Alright everybody, welcome back to a brand new PTCGO video, and today we're going to be looking at one of the best decks in Standard right now. I know I said that like every freaking video, but this is a deck that has been doing very well recently, and this is going to be an Yveltal Garbodor deck, which is basically like a simple deck. It's Yveltal Garbodor has been around since like basically Yveltal came out in X and Y. But it's still a good deck in Standard, and it's got some interesting stuff. Now, it's a very straightforward deck. The main attacker is your Yveltal-EX. It's got the attack Evo Ball, which does 20 plus 20 more damage for each energy attached to both active Pokemon. I mean, it's so easy to take one-hit knockouts with Evo Ball. Y-Cyclone is even a good attack too. 170 HP, weak to Lightning. It's a pretty solid card. I mean, against like a Raikou deck, you're pretty much screwed, but you know what? It's all good. Evo Ball gets the job done, and it is a very strong attacker. When you run it with Garbodor, you can use Garbotoxin, where if Garbodor has a tool on it, each Pokemon in play, has no abilities, which is extremely powerful. And I mean, so many decks rely on abilities. I mean, think about it, you got Greninja Break, you got Volcanion, and even, decks like that use Shaymins and stuff like that. They're shut down, and Garbotoxin is so powerful, and it's like literally one of the best abilities in the game, if not the best ability in the game. And with Yveltal, we're not really relying on too many abilities, so that's a great combo. So you got this huge big beast of an attacker wrecking your opponent, and then you got Garbotoxin shutting your opponent down, making it harder for them to do anything. Now, we do play other Yveltals in the deck, so it's not just the Yveltal-EX. We got Yveltal with Fright Knight, which it's a really good ability, and you kind of want to hold on to this ability, until you actually do the Garbodor, because you want to do the Garbodor after this ability is useful, because it's a very good ability. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, each tool in play has no effect. This is great at slowing down Mega Evolution decks, because they need those Spirit Links, but if they can't use them, then, well, it's going to be really good for you, because it gives you a free turn. To use this attack, Pitch Black Spear, which is a very good attack. For a Dark and a DCE, it does 60, and then does 60 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon EX. So not only is this great for softening up EXs twice, because you can hit one EX in the active and then hit an EX on the bench, but you can actually two-shot a Shaymin if you're lucky. And what you really like to do with Yveltal is you just Lysandre out a Hoopa, and then you just Pitch Black Spear them, knock something out on the bench, and then knock out their Hoopa in the active spot, take 4 prizes. It's a very good combo. Pitch Black Spear is a very good attack, and Fright Knight is a great ability too, so we got one of those. We do have the Oblivion Wing Yveltal too. Oblivion Wing is a really good attack, gets you energy back in play. You never know when it's really going to be good to do that. And we got 2 Shaymin-EXs in the deck too. Shaymin's pretty simple if the card's set up, great ability. Now, a lot of the lists just straight up ran like just the Yveltals, nothing else. You got the Yveltals, the Garbodor, that's it. Well, on the Shaymins. But we're going to be running a Mewtwo in the deck, and this is something I'm going to be trying out. Mewtwo is an interesting card, and we're going to be using Psychic, and we're going to see if we can knock out Mewtwo Ys in one hit. Now, this deck, I'm not saying has a bad matchup against Mewtwo Y. In fact, it's a pretty favorable matchup. Because, again, you got the Fright Knight, you got the Pitch Black Spear. Yveltal-EX can, abuse that too and possibly take down those Psychic Infinities. But with Mewtwo, with Psychic, you can possibly one-shot Mewtwo Y. So I'm going to be running one of these just for Mewtwo Y. You never know when you can actually use Psychic and do that on the Mewtwo Y. So again, I'm going to be trying out this baby Mewtwo. Plus, I mean, you never know when Psychic can actually work in your favor, even if it's not a Mewtwo Y. So we're going to be running one Mewtwo just to try it out and see how good it is. So these are all the Pokemon we got. We got into the items. We got one Enhanced Hammer. Enhanced Hammer is a really good item. You can just, boom, get rid of Special Energy. This is really good at getting rid of, like, Double Dragons and DCEs and stuff like that. Escape Rope. Escape Rope is very nice. Good switching card, and it also will, count as a Lysandre in some situations. And, yeah, force your opponent to bring something they don't want out. 3 Max Elixirs. We run 9 energies. Max Elixir is really good to just get energy into play, get extra energy in play, and possibly even power up like a Fright Knight Yveltal one turn. I mean, think about it. You start with something, you put a Float Stone on it, you Max Elixir, you put a Dark Energy on an Yveltal, then you get the DC on it, retreat, and then do Pitch Black Spear. That way, powered up in one turn thanks to Max Elixir. That's good. 3 Trainers Mails. There's a lot of important items in the deck, but we only run 3 of these. Couldn't really find room for 4. 4 Ultra Balls. Ultra Balls, your searching card. Pretty simple, standard card in any deck. 4 via Seekers. Again, simple card since you got all these supporters. And we're going to be running simple supporters. We got 2 Lysandres. 2 is good because since Yveltal just destroys everything, once you get this thing powered up and just ready to just Evo Ball and wreck, 2 Lysandres is great. Just bring something up, knock it out. Also, 2 Lysandres, this is good in general to Lysandre with a Pitch Black Spear and trap like a Hoopa in the active spot and like take 4 prizes that way. 3 ends, 4 Sycamores is our draw support. Other supporters you can run is Olympia. I saw that in this Yveltal Garbodor deck. You could run Olympia. You could run Pokemon Ranger in case you're scared of Jolteon. So there's all kinds of stuff. you can run. But I went with this. One Faded Town, this is great against Mega Evolution decks. Put 2 extra damage on it. It can basically count as an extra energy for Evo Ball sometimes. 2 Parallel Cities. Parallel Cities is just a really good stadium. Force your opponent to have 3 bench Pokemon. Or the other effect can be very powerful. 3 Funny Fury Balls. Very good card, gives our Pokemon more HP. Plus it'll make Mewtwo even be better with Psychic to knock out this Mewtwo. Why? You never know. 3 Float Stones. Float Stone, we need it for the Garbodor. We're going to run 3 of those since Float Stone's a good item in general. So we got 3 of those. 4 DCEs. 4 DCs since mostly everything runs on DC. I couldn't find room for a special charge, which sucks, but we're going to run 4 DCs. And total of 9 Dark Energies. So that is my energy count. And this is the Yveltal Garbodor deck standard right now. It is very good, very popular. And it is rising up to be one of the best decks in standard. So let's hop into a few games with the deck in PTCGO and see why it's getting the name of possibly the new best deck in standard. Alright, here we go, guys. First game with our Yveltal Garbodor deck. See how it goes. We lose the coin flip, which is a bit of a bummer. We are playing against Volcanion, which is going to be an interesting game. See how the Volcanion matchup is. Alright, so our starting hand isn't the greatest. Now, Garbodor is going to be a very good priority here. I might even want to get 2 in play in case of Lysandre, because Garbodor shuts down Volcanion really nicely, since Volcanion relies on the ability Steam Up. If you shut that down, Volcanion becomes pretty weak. So that's kind of going to be the goal here, is hopefully we can shut down the Volcanions, and we're going to be in a very good spot if we do that. So I'd prefer to start with the Fright Night Yveltal, but you know what, it's all good. We can draw an extra card, and we can draw another extra card. I mean, we're probably going to have to end anyways. We get a Mewtwo. That's going to be pretty useless this game, so I'm not even going to bother using him. Again, we're not really playing against like any Mewtwo Y deck or anything, so I don't think we're going to need Mewtwo. My opponent gets 2 Volcanions and a Volcanion start. He's probably going to end up ending me, which is a bit of a bummer. I really would have liked to have Ultra Ball the way the Hammer and the Mewtwo, grabbed Trubbish, and, you know, went from there. But you can't always win, right? You can't always win. I really do want to try and get a Frightened Yveltal before this Yveltal gets knocked out, because if it does, it won't be good. So we're probably going to see an end here after he does all the rest of the cards in his hand. We see a Max Elixir, and he finds an energy onto that Volcanion EX, which is annoying, because that thing can be very powerful. But you know what? We can one-shot it. We will be in a good spot, so we'll have to see what happens. Alright, so there is my opponent's N, which means we're going to have to get a better hand. We were going to end anyways, most likely, but I guess we're just going to have to get end ourselves. And we'll see what hand we get. Alright, you know what? Our hand's fine enough. Alright, so see the Funny Fury Ball. We do see a Star use. My opponent runs Starmie, but again, with Garbodor, we can basically make that Starmie pretty much useless. So we see a Trainer's Mail here, getting a Professor's Letter, it looks like. Alright. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I might just end him. I don't know. I don't really want to end him to 6, but he can double Steam Up next turn, which is annoying. So I'm faced with a decision. So we can put the Dark Energy on. We can play the Trubbish down, and I could Sycamore. But honestly, I feel like going with the N, because he has the Professor's Letter in his hand, which means he can double Steam Up. And I kind of like this play instead. We find Parallel City, which is actually really nice. So let's do the Parallel City. We can make him have 3 Pokemon, or make him do 20 less. 20 less might actually be a little better, but only having 3 Pokemon means less Steam Ups from him. So I think I'm going to make it face that way, and we'll have to force him to discard something. I feel like maybe the 20 less was more important, but he could still do a lot of damage with multiple Volcanions, so I feel like that might have been a little better. I really want to Ultra Ball here and try and go for the Max Elixir, but I don't really want to lose my Sycamore. I could grab a Shaymin maybe, but I don't feel like we need it right now. I really wish we were attacking. Sadly, we're not, but next turn we could do a lot of things. You know, I could have Ultra Balled, but you know what, it's fine. I'm probably going to get hit with a Steam Up here. I don't know if, like, how much he'll do. He does put a Fire on, which is interesting. Alright, so he's going to obviously be setting up for Steam Artillery, and he found a Professor's Letter, which is a little annoying, and hopefully we get Garbodor out next turn. If we get the Garbodor out next turn, we will be in a pretty strong spot. We're probably just going to go with a Y-Cyclone. I could Evo Ball, but he's probably going to end up knocking me out regardless, so I think Y-Cyclone is going to be the better bet here. And I saw him play Parallel City, so he might not be able to get rid of that Parallel City, which is pretty good. So he does hit me for 90. He'll obviously be setting up Steam Artillery. I mean, if we can get Garbodor in play, maybe we'll be good, so we'll see. Probably take a Sycamore, not what I need. So let's just Ultra Ball away the Dark Energy and the Sycamore. And I can grab Garbodor, or I can grab like an Yveltal I think I'm just gonna grab Garbodor. I think like that's just more important right now. We could Max Elixir for Dark Energy on Trubbish, but I don't think we'll need it. So yeah, so let's go with the Sycamore here, and hopefully we can find a Float Stone. We do. Okay, good. Good. So actually we could do this. We could Ultra Ball away Shaymin. We can get rid of Float Stone, and we can just grab another Yveltal-EX, I guess. Why not? We can grab that other Yveltal, and we could probably just Y-Cyclone him, because he'll probably just knock me out with Steam Artillery. So yeah, let's just Y-Cyclone, conserve that DCE or the Dark Energy. Probably just move the the DCE onto the Yveltal. Alright, yeah, let's just move the DCE. I think that's the better card to move. Alright, so we still have some Ultra Balls left. Alright, so we're in a pretty decent spot. Shutting him down was really nice. Plus the Parallel City's in place, so he's going to be limited on his bench spot. And we should be good to just knock out this Volcanion next turn. And honestly, I kind of feel like I might want to try and get another Garbodor in play. If I have 2 in play, this means any Lysandre play with the Volcanion EX won't quite knock out Garbodor and get it out of the way. So he does knock me out, which sucks. So we'll bring up the Garbodor with the Float Stone. I think that's the most obvious choice. And we'll see, we get an N, so let's N him to 4. I think that's the best move. We can N him to 4, see what our hand is. We got Faded Town, we don't need that. We do get the Funny Fury Belt, which is good. We're definitely knocking him out this turn. So we got the double mail. So let's go with the Max Elixir first and see if we can get an energy. Nope. Okay, rip. I really would have liked to have powered up Yveltal a lot more, but it's fine. So let's go with the Trainers Mail, and wow, we find nothing. That's annoying. We'll put the Funny Fury Belt on. Let's go with another Trainers Mail. Hopefully we find something here. We got VS Seeker. Yeah, well, we're going to have to grab the VS Seeker for next turn. And as long as he doesn't like do a Lysandre on my Garbodor, we should be good. So I guess, yeah, let's just settle with an Evil Ball knockout. He probably will attack me with the Volcanion. He can do 130 damage to me. But we can probably knock him out with enough energies in play. We'll see, though. I mean, it's kind of rough without Muscle Band and like Laser and Verbank to really make Yveltal go super ham. But you know what? It's all good. We shut down his Volcanion with Garbodor, so I'm feeling good about this. Hopefully we're good. He actually brings up the baby Volcanion instead, so that's interesting. I mean, we're still in a good spot, so I don't know. I really do want to attack with the baby Yveltal here, just so I don't give up as many prizes. Plus, baby Yveltal can soften up those Volcanions, and that'll be really good to have. So I want to try and get one in play next turn. How many Darks have I discarded? 2. So we might have to excellent. We'll have to discard another one here. I'll probably just VS Seeker for Sycamore. I think that's the best play for right now. So if my opponent has an energy, he could do 20. I mean, if the Parallel City was doing the other way, he could have done less. But the thing is, again, if he Lysandres Garbodor and does something like that, he could knock out my thing. He actually has to end himself to 4, and we're going to get end to 5, which is fine, I guess. Not really the biggest deal, and hopefully we can find a baby Yveltal here, and we can try and power it up, and wow, this hand is abysmal. What the heck? Alright, well, we're probably going to have to, okay, I think what I'll do is I'll Ultra Ball away a VS Seeker and whatever we top that, grab the baby Yveltal with Fright Knight, and then I'll just do the, whatchamacallit. So he actually switches into that. He does find a Fire Energy. Alright, now he still can't, like, do, like, a huge knockout. Alright, so what do we top deck? Alright, we get baby Yveltal. I guess I'll play him down. How much are we doing? Right, we got the 20, the 40, the 60, we're doing 70, we got 90, 110, 130. I don't even know if the DC knocks him out. Because then we're doing 150. No, I think we got him. Alright, we can play the DC. Like, he won't be able to respond with an immediate knockout afterwards. This hand is awful. There's no way I'm going to be Ultra Balling. So, let's just Evil Ball this Volcanion, and let's just knock it out. I'm not going to do any Ultra Ball because I don't want to get rid of all these VS Seekers. Get an Escape Rope, which is actually what I was looking for. We might just settle with an Oblivion Wing next turn instead, because I want to keep this Yveltal alive. I don't really want to see him get knocked out. Alright, I mean, maybe we can kind of steamroll him, which I feel like we could, but we would just walk into a Volcanion EX, and I don't really want to walk into that. Plus, we'll need the Yveltal later. So he just has a Skylift for VS Seeker, because he can't really do much. He's probably just going to VS Seeker for N, since the only support is discard pile. And he does do the VS Seeker. He benches Staryu, which is a little questionable. Okay, so he can still VS Seeker for N, but we'll be able to just Escape Rope and hit him with the baby Yveltal, so that we don't have to lose our own Yveltal, and I still won't be playing any supporters, so Yeah. So he can probably attack me with that Volcanion EX next turn, so we're going to have to play that Escape Rope ASAP. So we can put a Dark Energy on. Top deck Sycamore. Ugh. I'm just going to hold off on doing this hand. Like, it's really no point of playing this hand out. Like, I really am not feeling losing all these cards. So I do want to Oblivion Wing onto a Pokemon. So you know what? I'm going to Ultra Ball away the Sycamore and the VS Seeker just to grab the Frightened Yveltal. Or maybe another Yveltal-EX wouldn't be bad. Nope, it's actually not even in the deck. So I guess, yeah, we gotta settle with the Pitch Black Spear Yveltal, which is as good as it always is. So we can grab this bad boy. And I'm not even gonna bother playing my VS Seekers quite yet. So let's just Oblivion Wing. We'll let him end me. It's not the end of the world. So let's Oblivion Wing him, and we will put a Dark Energy onto Frightened Yveltal. And now he's gonna be forced to take more prizes. Plus the Yveltal sitting on the bench. If he brings out that Volcanion, it's going bye-bye. If we find a Lysandre too, then I'm going to try and Lysandre knock out that Volcanion and make him basically have nothing. So he does end me to 3. He's going to draw 4. Still not many cards for him, and I'm feeling good about my end to 3. Yeah, we're good. We got the VS Seeker. And we got a DCE too. If we find a Float Stone, we can retreat and then just Pitch Black Spear, which I definitely want to do. So, yeah. He's only doing 20 still, which is really nice. And it's looking good for us. And yeah, if we get a Lysandre, I'd really like to just Lysandre the Volcanion out and then just knock it out with Yveltal-EX. And I think we'd actually be able to win after that. I mean, he does have another Volcanion ready to go on the bench, but that doesn't matter. So he's going to do another Steam Up, putting 2 more energies in play. Fine by me. And I guess we got to play the Sycamore, so I don't really like losing that VS Seeker. We still have 2 left, so it's fine. See what we get here. We get Lysandre. Nice. We got that for next turn. We get the Mewtwo, which is pretty useless. So let's just do Trainers Mail. And VS Seeker is really no point grabbing Faded Town. And we could play the Fighting Fury Belt on the active and then hit him for 40. I don't know if we need to do that though. We could, you know, do 40 damage. Because he'd have 70 HP left, but it's not really going to make a difference, so... Yeah, we'll hold off on doing that. We'll just go with the Oblivion Wing for 30, and we will put a Dark Energy onto... I mean, maybe I could have played the Mewtwo down. I don't know. I guess we'll just put on the Yveltal-EX, just build that thing up, just I don't know. Why not? He might just play a Fighting Fury Belt on that Volcanion EX, so maybe that was a good play, who knows. Next turn... I really would like to get an energy and retreat and just Lysandre that Volcanion EX out. So hopefully we can set that up for next turn. If not, we should be okay. If he knocks this Yveltal, which he still can't do, he's only doing 100 with Steam Artillery. Without Steam Up, he can't really do the knockout. So yeah. So yeah, he's probably just going to Power Heater for 20 again, which won't really do much. He's getting more energies in play, which he probably doesn't even want because Yveltal-EX is sitting there. Plus, we have a Mewtwo, which we can probably play down maybe and do a Psychic if we really wanted to, since he's going to be doing a lot of damage. How many energies has he put already in his discard? Yeah, he's still got 2. So if he does go with a Power Heater, which, looks like he's going with the Retreat, and he actually just finds a Float Stone, which he puts on his Volcanion. We see an Energy Switch. I don't even know what the heck is going on. Whew, talking so fast. But he does move the energy, it looks like, onto something, and if he knocks me out again, I'm just going to knock out that Volcanion with Yveltal. So I think that's the best move, but he doesn't knock me out. And we top deck a Trubbish. I really wanted an energy so that I could retreat. And I really wish we got it. I'm just going to play the Mewtwo down, I guess. And, I mean, he doesn't have any cards in his hand, so we could Lysandre the Starmie and trap it, but that feels weird. I'm just going to play the second Trubbish down since we have Garbodor in our hand. Let's hold off on the Fighting Fury Belt. And I guess we'll just Oblivion Wing for now. We'll go for 30, Oblivion Wing. And I don't know. He can knock me out with Power Heater. He has 40 HP, so we can Pitch Black Spear him, which is nice. Again, the Yveltal-EX is kind of... we need to hold on to that. Again, I'd really like to Lysandre knock him out, but we can hold off on doing that. So Power Heater will knock me out, which is fine. And, alright, so he puts 4 energies on Volcanion. Man, I'd really like to knock it out. We'll just walk into a Power Heater. I mean, actually, we could win the game. I think, actually, you know what? We can do the Yveltal, and we can then just Lysandre him out again. So, you know what? Let's just Ultra Ball away the Parallel City and the Enhanced Hammer. And let's just grab Shaymin, dig out the deck a little bit. You know what we'll do? we'll go with the Lysandre play onto the Yveltal on the Volcanion. And we'll knock it out. And we'll put the Funny Fear Belt on. And next turn, we have the VS Seeker in our hand, so we can just Lysandre that Volcanion out and then knock it out with the Pitch Black Spear. So let's just knock him out, take it 2 prizes. As long as he does not end me to 1, we're fine. So we got the Yveltal-EX, the second one, which is good to see, and we got a Dark Energy. So he does bring up that Volcanion. He can knock me out with Steam Artillery. Alright, now I just have to hope he does not end me to 1. There's an Acrobike. Eesh. How many Ns has he played? He's played 2 VS Seekers, 1 N. I feel like he can get it. What did he discard with Acrobike? I don't know. Oh, and he goes with Sycamore, which basically means we win. So, yeah, we win the game. Sycamore confirms he cannot play an N unless, like, he does some crazy play, gets Magnezone and play from Plasma Storm, which will never happen. Whew. So, we won the game. Pretty interesting match. It was a close enough game as it was. Unless, like, he does, like, some weird red card play. We still have another Lysandre in the deck, too, so even if that happens. So, he grabs a Lysandre off that Trainer's Mail. He can set up a win, technically, but it's too late for that. We basically got the win with the Yveltal Garbodor deck. And there's a Professor's Letter. I mean, if he ended me and then got that Lysandre, we probably would have lost. But it looks like we win the game. So, Professor's Letters for 2 energies. Doesn't really matter. He's going to Steam Artillery me, knock me out, and then I can just Lysandre that thing up on the bench and win the game. So, yeah. Hopefully. And I guess that's it. I don't know. Maybe he thinks that, like, I don't have anything in my hand. I don't know. He's taking a while. Though, and that confirms we win. Steam Artillery for 100 damage. We win the game still. He's going to take 2 prizes. Very close game. Again, he could easily just Lysandre out Garbodor. We could just bring out the Pitch Black Spear Yveltal. And look at that. We just top deck the Lysandre. We don't even have to be a Seeker for it. We can just do this Lysandre Pitch Black Spear. Take him out. The Yveltal deck wins us the game against the Volcanion deck. Pretty close game. I mean, he had 1 prize left, so it was close enough. And we don't get any of the other boxes, sadly. But, oh, no, actually, we didn't. Never mind. We got 25 coins. And we do get the daily challenge done, too. And I think we have a knockout challenge, too, with the Fire types. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the second match with the Yveltal Garbodor deck. Alright, here we go, guys. Second match with our Yveltal deck. And we're playing against, I can't even pronounce that name. It's a Mewtwo deck, though, which it's going to be good to see if we can test out the Mewtwo that we ran in the deck and see if it's actually a good tech card or not. And we can probably surprise him with it. So we'll see. Hopefully we get the Fright Night Yveltal start. That'd be really good. Yeah, we do. Nice. And we actually have a decent hand. I think it's in Mewtwo Garbodor deck. But you know what? I still like to play the Garbodor down regardless. So you know what we'll do? Just shut down like Shaymins and Hoopas. You never know. So let's see here. I really don't want to waste this Max Elixir, which would be a bummer. So we can Parallel City. And let's get the first Parallel City off. So, you know, he can't play his if he runs it. And let's just play the Sycamore. I don't really want to Max Elixir onto Trubbish. Waste my energy. And look at that. So we got the Yveltal. We got the Float Stone. We can play that onto Trubbish, I guess, and we can pass the turn. Next turn, we can start Pitch Black Spearing, which basically is like the goal of the deck, is starting with this Yveltal against these Mega Mewtwo Y decks, and it's gonna be rough for my opponent. I mean, especially with the Fright Night, which I don't even think I'm gonna be playing the Garbodor quite yet. But he actually does a Hex Maniac, so it really doesn't matter. But he's just have to Shatter Shot me for 30, which is fine enough. So we can just do this. And we can play Sycamore. Not really liking the Escape Rope, but you know what? It doesn't matter. And I want to get another Fright Night Yveltal going soon, but it doesn't look like we're going to get that. But you know what? Yveltal-EX is good enough. Let's do the Max Elixir. We find a Dark Energy. We can put that onto the Yveltal on the bench. Once it wants to put on, there we go. And we can put a Funny Fear Belt on. And you know what? We can go with a Pitch Black Spear for 60. And I mean, it's not the most amount of damage, but it is what it is. And you know what, maybe if we do get Garbodor, we could, I don't know, Float Stone Retreat, I don't know. He might be set up a damage change, which would be extremely annoying. I mean, we can win next turn with Yveltal, though, I think, so it's fine. But he just Hex Maniacs me again. He's got 110 HP, so, yeah, I think, yeah, we can just win with Yveltal. Especially now that he just shut down my ability. So just Scatter Shots me. Alright, doesn't really matter. Yveltal, it's knocking it out. I'm fairly certain it is. 110, 2 energies. Yeah, we're knocking him out. I mean, we could dig for the DCE, but you know what? Let's just take the knockout. I'm going to put a Float Stone on since he shut off Fright Night. bring up Yveltal. Let's go with a Sycamore, just in case, you never know. And let's see, yeah, we didn't get the DC, so I'm actually glad I did that. So I'm just going to play the baby Yveltal now just in case. And let's go with the Evil Ball. Boom. For the knockout. Literally just enough damage, too. That's kind of funny. Nice little quick match. We didn't get to use our Mewtwo, which looked like it was prized. And we can get the prize wheel, 12 coins, and a tourney ticket. Nice. So I'll catch you guys in another match with the Yveltal deck, I guess. Alright guys, here we go. Game number 3 with our Yveltal Garbodor deck. Playing against a Darkrai Giratina deck from the looks of it, which, you know what, not the worst matchup. Again, if we get that Fright Night Yveltal start, we can get that going soon. That'll be great. And looks like we do. So we can start with him. We do get the Yveltal 2. We can play that down, I guess. Why not? Wouldn't kill us. And you know what? This is a good matchup, I feel like. So he definitely plays Garbodor, which is, you know, whatever. You know, we play Garbodor, so it doesn't really matter. Plus, you know, Giratina's ability does not shut us down in any way, shape, or form. So he's actually going to bully in a couple times, and I'm actually probably not even going to draw any extra cards for that. I don't want to just draw into stuff that I'm just going to have to end up discarding. Jeez, he's discarding a lot. He plays Olympia, which is interesting. I've been seeing a lot of Olympia recently. It's an interesting card. Alright, so let's see here. So he's got the Pyro Sleeves, which is pretty interesting. I'm not going to draw any extra cards again. I don't want to draw into anything that I have to discard with Sycamore that I might need for later. He gets a Trubbish start, which is pretty good for us, because this actually shuts down his Float Stone from being played and working until he plays a Garbodor, actually. But you know what? It's whatever. Fright Night, you're coming in handy. He does actually play a Hoopa down. I really want to Parallel City him before he does one to us. If he does play it, of course. So, anyways, we'll see. So, there is Hoopa. He's probably going to get him like 2 Darkrai's and a Giratina. I'm guessing. No. Oh, he does play Salamence. So, we're going to have to limit the amount of EXs we play. Salamence is an interesting attacker. I really want to get my hands on one, but they're just way too expensive. I do not feel like paying 10 packs for Salamence. Like, I just don't feel like paying 10 Roaring Skies. Nobody gets to Parallel City. Rip. You know what? It's not even a big deal. Like, I don't even know what we'd be putting on our bench. He actually just delinquents us. Okay, well, let's get rid of a Sycamore. And, alright, well, we have to get rid of our Parallel City. Whoops, I can't press it for some reason. There we go. So we'll get rid of the Sycamore and the Parallel City and the Dark Energy. Sadly, didn't really want to do that, but whatever. I really wanted to hold on to that Parallel City for next turn, because we probably could have played it, but whatever, it's fine. It is what it is. So he puts a funny Fury Belt on. Doesn't matter because of Fright Night. So, top deck and N. Yeah, we'll just go with the Sycamore. He didn't even play a supporter for the turn, which is a little suspicious, so we'll play the Sycamore. If we Parallel City him, that'd be nice, even though we might walk into a Delinquent, but it's fine. Wow, we get a really weird hand. We can play down the Yveltal. We can go with the Max Elixir. We can find energy. I kind of figured we had so many in our hand. So, pass the turn. Next turn, we can start doing Pitch Black Spear, and I don't know what to target down. He has so many EXs on his bench. He's got the Salamence, the Darkrai, the Shaymin, the Hoopa. He actually ends me, which is fine. I would have ended him anyways next turn, so that's fine. And we're going to hit with this, and we'll see what our hand will be. Hopefully, it's something good. I'm looking for DCE. No, we do not get it. Dang it. Max Elixir. Doesn't get him any energy, which is nice. So he puts an energy on. Can we get the DCE top deck? We get a Trainers Mail? That might be good. Faded Town, Ultra Ball. We'll grab the Faded Town, and we'll just end up discarding it. Like, I don't really think I'll need it. We'll get rid of Faded Town. Or actually, we can play it down. But I don't want to walk into a Delinquent, so we're going to get rid of it. And we're going to grab... we'll grab a... Guess we'll grab Yveltal EX. I don't want to because the Salamence is in play, but it is what it is. So I really want to get the DC. So let's Shaymin, set up for 3. I don't like playing all these EXs down, but we can always just Parallel City ourselves if we really need to. We got Mewtwo. We can play him down. Why not? Let's go with a VS Seeker. And let's just Sycamore. I don't really care about losing 2 energies. As long as, you know, getting Garbodor in them in the discard. We already know he's probably playing Garbodor, so it's fine. There's a DC. There's a funny Fear Belt. Looking good. So let's put that on. And let's put the Fighting Fury Belt onto the Yveltal, which I did not mean to do. Whatever. And we'll Pitch Black Spear the Darkrai, since it looks like that's what he's using. I have 3 X's on my bench for Salamence, and that does a lot of damage, so I really regret that. But you know what, if we get Parallel City, we'll Parallel City ourselves and probably just dump away those things. So he does end us, which is fine. Our hand was mediocre. And we'll see what it gets us. And we're probably going to target down that Salamence next, because we can probably knock out the Darkrai with the Yveltal. So, see what we get. We get a Float Stone, we get Enhanced Hammered, but It's all good. We got a hammer in our hand, our energy in our hand. He puts a Float Stone down. He is going to be able to grab Garbodor, which is annoying. Okay, so we can grab Garbodor. And I think Darkrai does actually knock us out. I don't know. I don't think he has enough energies in play. The Garbodor does shut down Fright Knight, but actually the Fighting Fury Belt comes into effect, so now I actually don't regret playing that. And this means we can hit 2 of his Pokemon. So I'm actually kind of happy about this. So let's put the DCE on. I'm going to put the Float Stone on that Mewtwo. And I'm going to hold off on playing any other cards in my hand for a sec. So let's just Pitch Black Spear the Darkrai and Pitch Black Spear hit that Salamence on the bench. That Enhanced Hammer is a little annoying. Kind of shut me back a little bit from actually, getting another attack going. So he Trainers Mails for via Seeker. Probably will end me again. And he puts a Float Stone on his Hoopa. I'm probably going to hit with N. Alright, so let's see if he does that. Yeah, he's going to end me. If we get a Max Elixir and that gets us an energy and we get an energy 2, we can hopefully power up an Yveltal-EX and start attacking with that. Hey, look at that, we do get that. We could Psychic him, which, I mean, wouldn't do that much damage. Psychic would be pretty nice for the Salamence, to be honest with you. So he Max Elixirs for another energy. That Salamence is a little scary. We can Enhanced Hammer it, though, so it's all good. So, rip my boy Yveltal. So we can bring out the Mewtwo. And, okay, so we need to find an energy double Max Elixir. That makes it a lot easier to attack him. And how much HP does he have? 90. Yeah, I think the Yveltal is the best route to take. So we'll put the Dark Energy on. Let's go with the Max Elixir. Yep, there we go. Nice. We get an energy off of that. And we can put the Fighting Fury Belt on. We can Max Elixir twice. And no rip. So I was probably going to put energy on the other Yveltal. Let's go with a VS Seeker. And we'll just end him, I guess. 5. Why not? End him to 5. Let's see what we get. Trubbish, Ultra Ball, Dark Energy. Okay. I don't know if I want to play that Trainer's Mail or not. I probably will. I really want to get a thing. I don't even know what I'm saying. We'll grab the Ultra Ball and we'll just Ultra Ball away Ultra Ball thing. I want to get Baby Yveltal in place, so let's do that. So let's Ultra Ball away Ultra Ball, and we'll get rid of Trubbish while we're at it. And, okay, looks like it's a prize. So we'll just grab Shaymin and just hold on to it for now, just so we can get out of the deck. Thin out the deck a little bit, just in case we get end. We'll bring out the Yveltal-EX, and boom, we will hit this Darkrai and knock it out for 110 damage. Take our first 2 prizes, and I want to get that Baby Yveltal, that'd be nice. And nope. But, you know what, we get some Sycamore, so let's draw Sport. Now, that Enhanced Hammer on that Salamence was really big. He could Max Elixir and possibly get an energy on it. We'll see if he does that. He's played 2 Max Elixirs, so we'll see if he has any left. And, there it is. Oh boy. Will it find energy? Let's pray it doesn't. It didn't. Nice. That is huge. That is huge. So he puts the Dark Energy on his Darkrai, and he passes. This is perfect for us. I mean, we can just put that on, and we have Parallel City. We can get rid of that Shaymin on our bench, which I really want to do. Why is it dark? There we go. I don't know what the heck was going on there. Let's Parallel City. We'll face it our way, where we don't have to play any extra benches. So we'll just get rid of that Shaymin on our bench. And I'm just going to hold off. Actually, you know what? We'll get rid of the Shaymin and the Sycamore. Sycamore, 12 cards left. Don't know if I'm going to need to play another one. We'll grab Yveltal. And we will go with the Y-Cyclone for now. So let's Y-Cyclone the Hoopa for 100 damage. And we'll just put the energy on the other Yveltal-EX. I feel like that's the best attacker for now. And, I mean, we're in a really good spot. I'm not going to lie. Where's the Lysandre? I don't know if it's in our discard or not. I don't think it is. And it looks like he just passes, so he might have a dead hand. And that's good for us. So we can just put that DCE on, and we can Y-Cyclone. Knock out his Hoopa. And we can just move that DCE over to the Yveltal-EX on the bench. Knock him out, that Hoopa, take 2 prizes, see if it's anything. Lysandre, maybe, if it's in the prizes. There's a Lysandre. So, next turn, we can... I don't think we can win. We won't be able to knock out Salamence, sadly. And it looks like he's not choosing to attack with Darkrai. Interesting. Actually, no, we win. It's all good. We can retreat the Yveltal and just bring out Yveltal. And we can just Lysandre out his Shaymin. And Evil Ball, I'm pretty sure knocks it out if I'm doing the math wrong. No! I did the math wrong! Oh, that is a pain in the... You know what? he still isn't really knocking me out, and we still have the VS Seeker in our hand anyways, so. Telling you, whoops, I did not mean to bring that up. Hope you guys were like, oh, why'd you bring up your laptop? You know what, I didn't mean to do that, but dang it, dude, I did the math wrong. Crap. It's still fine, we got VS Seeker for Lysandre anyways. But yeah, my opponent concedes. Whew, that mistake really almost cost us 25 coins, and I think I'm just gonna end up the video here, guys. We almost get that pack, which sadly we didn't get it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. Do not forget to subscribe for more PTCGO content. Sadly, well, we made a big mistake, but you know what? We still won the game. We're getting pretty close to getting this rare chest, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button. Do not forget to subscribe for more PTCGO videos. Help me on the road to 1K subs. I want to see if we can hit 1,000 subscribers by Christmas or New Year's. It'd be great if we could. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on another PTCGO video. Peace out.